think I failed the challenge. Not because of this, but because I missed a day of drawing this week. Let's start from the beginning. Hello, welcome to my channel. I am currently on week 2 of my 4-week challenge to get better at drawing. I've challenged myself to draw at least one portrait every day for 4 whole weeks with help from portraits collected by Emily Hughes Art, plus a few that I've curated myself. Week 1 was all about learning and filling in the gaps in my understanding of the human face. Week 2, well, you'll see. I was feeling really motivated after week 1 of this challenge. Even though I wasn't 100% sure if I was improving at all, I was having a lot of fun drawing every day. Putting aside the time to just sit down and focus on studying was genuinely so much fun, and even though it didn't immediately reflect in my art, I was learning a lot. And I continued to do this into the start of week 2. I went into week 2 feeling way more optimistic than I did on week 1. I think the first phase came out really well. Does it look exactly like the reference photo? No, but I think it's pretty close. What I started to do with this portrait is change some of the construction lines to lines that I'm more familiar with, especially the nose. I found it hard to capture the roundness of the nose with just blocky construction, so I added a circle to the tip so I could shape the nose easier. I didn't make too many changes to what I learned last week, just a couple of tweaks here and there. And again, because I was feeling really good about it, I tried a second piece. Now, this one is not as good as the first one. I found the proportions a bit tricky, and I don't think I got them quite right in the end, but I was still encouraged to keep going. My best friend was visiting me the next day, and I managed to get her to sit still for long enough to be able to draw from a live model. I think I made her look older than she is. I didn't quite capture the chubbiness of her cheeks or the smallness of her face, and I think that makes her look older in the portrait. The next day was worse. I was out all day with my friend, and by the time we got back, I was so exhausted that I did not have the mental capacity to even pick up my pencil. And so, I didn't draw anything on day 3. I actually took my sketchbook out with me. It was with me the whole day, but I never found a moment to just sit down and do a quick sketch. And so, I have failed my own challenge. Well, kind of. The challenge I set myself was to draw every day to see if I can get better at it. And while I might have failed at drawing every day, we still don't know if I have improved. So, I'm just gonna keep doing it. Day 4. Another busy day, but I managed to get one sketch in. I actually really like this one. I haven't quite captured the gaunt and sunken look in this person's face, but it turned out a lot better than I expected. Day 5. Day 6. Yeah, that's, Look, this was a tough week. I was busy nearly every day, and I barely had the energy to sit down and focus on my studies. And you can see that. You can see the quality dip on the days when I was exhausted or rushing to get the portraits done. There's a clear difference between the ones I spent time to sit down and draw and the ones I was tired and unfocused for. And I feel really bad about those last 3 portraits. I also feel bad about missing a day. So, as a way to make up for both of those things, I'm going to do an intense study session today. I'm going to redraw the 3 portraits from the last 2 days and actually give them the time and dedication that they deserve. And this way, I'm hopefully also making up for the day of practice that I lost. Last day of week 2. Let's go! And done. I think these look much better than their counterparts. Again, not 100% accurate, but in general better. I think the thing I'm going to be focusing on next week is going to be accuracy. I need to find some way to make all these faces look like the faces that I'm referencing, but that is a problem for next week. I'll see you then. Bye!